to be good with people. If somebody dies, you can't be like, whoops, I killed your wife. Not that I would be like that anyway, but there's always more. Hello, welcome to another video. Today is Monday, August 28th, and I'm going to be talking about how anxiety impacts possible career choices. The preferred conditions for a job when someone has anxiety might be that they want to work more on their own, especially if they have social anxiety, because it can be difficult to work in a team or among large groups of people. Low pressure or stress, pretty quiet, more easy to concentrate, and inactive, so mostly staying in one place, for example like an office, with few distractions or disruptions. My preferred conditions, not what my anxiety wants, but what I want, is something that keeps me interested in my brain active. Something analytical that requires me to think. Since I'm a natural overthinker, I suppose that might help. And I want it to challenge my anxiety. I don't want to be bored, as long as it's not on an overwhelming basis. Like, I don't want to have to give huge presentations to 1,200 people, like, every week. And I want to do something that makes a difference in the world. I don't want to just sit in the little corner of the office typing up boring information for someone who probably won't even really care what I do anyways. Now I'll move on to careers I've considered and why I want to do them or wanted to do them, and why they're not a good fit for me and my anxiety, or just my personality, or why they might be a good fit and I'm still considering them. One of my first careers that I wanted, I think, was a journalist, because I do like to write, and I'd probably be pretty good at it, except I'm not really happy about the lots of travel kind of thing, and it's not something that will really keep my brain going. Like, it's not analytical enough for me. Same with author and editor. It's just, it isn't constantly challenging. Like, an author might be probably for writing, because you'd constantly be changing and editing and looking over stuff, but just being an editor would be like, well, fix your capitals and your periods. Like, it's not going to be something that I can learn from, or that will change the world. And with an author, like, I could still be an author, I'm just not sure that I want to write all the time. Like, I want to do something with science. A teacher or professor. I do have a passion for learning, and I love school so much, which is why I'm still considering this as a career, because I never want to leave school. I also like things like minuscule, kind of boring things, I guess, that most people wouldn't enjoy, like paperwork or grading things. Unfortunately, teaching requires public speaking. You have to speak to a decently large group of people who you don't know for the first little while. Then once you get to know them, they leave. But it's also boring, because you're teaching the same thing every year, especially if you're a professor. You specialize in one thing, and it's great if you like it. But if you like it and you're just going over the same thing, then you're not expanding yourself very much. So the whole public speaking thing definitely is a problem with my anxiety, but I don't think I would be a helpful enough teacher, and I don't get along great with people, hence the social anxiety again. Like, I can, but I'm not great at connecting with people. I'm sure I could figure it out, it's just I think it would be a huge roadblock. A doctor or a surgeon. Of course, watching Grey's Anatomy for a bunch of my life has made me want to be a surgeon, but I have pretty much none of the traits that you need to be a surgeon. I am not quick on my feet, I can't think under pressure, I can't perform under pressure. Anything under pressure makes me run away. It's a lot of high stress, like, if you do this wrong, then you will kill somebody, and I don't like the idea of having all that on my chest. Have to be good with people. If somebody dies, you can't be like, whoops, I killed your wife. Not that I would be like that anyway, but I'm not very empathetic. Like, I am empathetic to a degree, but I don't think I could do that all the time as a career. I don't like working in a team, again, unless I have to, so being a surgeon is not ideal. I'm not very decisive. I need a lot of time to think over something before I reach a good decision. I'm not energetic either. I don't have, like, constant energy that can last me for a 17-hour shift or any longer than that. I don't always have a great attitude either. I'm not positive and ready to go, so I'm not sure being a surgeon is right for me. And a doctor, like, I could be a doctor, I guess, but again, it still requires being good with people, and it's not as exciting and interesting as a surgeon would be. I need something to that level that will constantly challenge me. And of course, because I have anxiety and I have this YouTube channel, I obviously want to help people. So I considered being a psychologist or a psychiatrist or even working in a psych ward, but psych ward, way too much pressure, I'm pretty sure, to deal with people who are trying to kill themselves. I don't think I'd be very helpful because I wouldn't be able to understand and know how to react so I could save their life. And the communication skills is something else I lack in. Like, I don't know how to say the right thing at the right time to make somebody open up or help them out. Like with YouTube, at least I can go back and edit things and refilm. And a physicist I considered, I don't think I have enough like advanced math skills in me to do that. Like, I can do math if I work on it for a long period of time, but I'm not sure I want to do that as a career. And it requires a lot of patience, which is something else I don't have. Again, things I could learn how to be more patient. I just don't think being a physicist is what I'm meant for. A cosmologist, or someone who studies the universe, more or less, working both independently and part of a team, which I could probably handle that. So that's still something that I'm considering, but that also requires a lot of deep math and theories, and like, I want to do something that requires math, but not for the main focus, if that makes any sense. But I am still considering that because I have a huge interest in the universe as a whole, and I'm always thinking about the big ideas of things. Hence my other idea, being a philosopher. Everything I looked up, I'm pretty much fit to be a philosopher.